Alright, welcome to another video. It's me, Danny Slap. On this video, Slap Certified, I'm gonna break down another beat that I made with me, Danny Slap, and Prada at a studio session a couple days ago. Depending on whenever this video drops. But I'm actually going to be doing two beat breakdowns this video. Hope you like it. You know what I mean? It's gonna be something different. I'm gonna be doing longer, more content, and more videos overall. But let's get it. All right, so for the first beat, I'm gonna break down a dark guitar beat. I started off with this guitar in Nexus. It is guitar acoustic steel, and here's what that sounds like. To be honest, it's pretty simple. It's just the same two patterns repeated over and over, and then I added a couple of differences, and that's it. For the effects, it's just EQ, and that cuts out low end and a little bit of the high end. All right, next I have a pad, also from Nexus. The pad is darkness 1, and here's what that sounds like. And for the effects is just EQ, as you can see, cutting out a lot of the low end and high end, just keeping the middle. Then next is a high octave piano, and it's in the piano area ambience. And here's what that sounds like. And for the effects, it's on the same pattern as the pad, and you're just cutting out low end and high end. Then next I have a vocal from Arcade. Here's what that sounds like.
Shining so bright, shining so bright. Ooh, baby, you make me feel. Shining so bright, shining so bright. Ooh, baby, you make me feel.
For the effects, I have my general preset that's in my drum kit. For the preset, it's vintage reverb, EQ, another EQ, and then this EQ, and I think I added a low filter by ended up just as you can see, just disabling these. All right, next I have a dark low piano. It's actually FO keys, and here's what that sounds like. Then for the effects, it's just nothing. Next, I have a bell from Expand. It's just a tubular bell. And here's what that sounds like. Then for the effects, it's just nothing. All right. Next, I think it's a string. It's based off strings, as you can see. And here's what that sounds like. All right, then for the effects, I have just nothing. Then I have a guitar plug from my drum kit. Here's what that sounds like. All right, then for the effects, I have this EQ cutting out the low end, and that's it for the melody, really. I'm about to play you the whole entire melody together. Alright, then damn near the best part of every beat is the drums. I started off with basic snaps. After the snaps, I went with the open hat. And that just repeats. There's really nothing in the middle, as you can see. Then I added another open hat. That's more like an accent open hat. Then I went to a hi-hat. Here's the pattern for that. Then I moved on to the crash, which is pretty simple. And let me play everything so far. All right, then after all of that, I added a kick. Then pretty much I just copied that pattern and I pasted it onto the 808 and the bass. But let's go to the bass first. I mean the 808. There's an 808 pattern, and here's what that sounds like. Alright, then after the 808, I just copied the exact same pattern into the Buddha bass. And that's it, really. I didn't mention the laser and the clap, but that's, I feel like it's self-explanatory, just nothing, you know what I mean, super complicated. But here's what the drums sound like altogether. And that's it, really. It's nothing like super complicated. I added a transition for this beat, which is also from my drum kit, and that's it, really. I don't think there's any effects on the drums. There's a lot of leveling, as you can see. A lot of the times I do EQ the bass. Depending on what type of a bass it is, I would EQ the low end or I'll EQ the high end. Again, as I said, depending on the bass. In this case, it sounded good together. It didn't need it of that. Plus, I like the actual harshness and the distortion of how it came out. So I just kept it like that. And for the master, soft clipper, limiter, which is turned off, and then EQ. This is also a preset from my drum kit, which you can grab down in the description below. Alright, and then thank you for watching the first beat breakdown. I will see you in the second one. Alright, welcome back. Oh, damn. That was probably loud. Alright, welcome back to the second tutorial, or the second beat breakdown. In this beat breakdown, I'd say it's a lot way more balanced here and way less jumps. But I'll show you how you can achieve that. Let's get it. I started off with this melody from Kamikaze, and it has an effect on it, but I am going to be gatekeeping that effect just because, you know what I mean? I don't want everybody to be going around and just abusing it. But I mean, if you do find out on your own or you already know it, I want to say gatekeep it for yourself, you know what I mean? But here's what the pattern sounds like. All right, moving on. Oh yeah, the preset. The VC is Kamikaze, but it's lead cost of living. That's what it's called. Then next, I copied the exact same pattern into a guitar from also Kamikaze, and it's Tropical Storm. And here's what that sounds like. The next sound is in 313 VST. I forget what this sound is exactly called. I'll pop it up in the video. The preset is called Cold Summer. And here's what that sounds like. And by the way, I also put the same preset that I did for Kamikaze. Then I have another sound from 313 VST, and it's the same thing as the previous one, but without the effect. Pretty simple, as you can see. Then I think I have a bell. It's pretty crazy at the end, but when you hear the drums, you'll see why. Then damn near the craziest part of, I mean, as you can see, a lot going on, but the craziest part of this beat is the vocal. Let me play that for you real quick. And I think a lot of people actually want to know what this vocal is, and it's called Incred, whatever this is. I don't know, but that's it for the melody. This is what the whole melody sounds like together. Yeah, the melody is pretty crazy as you can hear. Then the next thing is the drums. So for the drums, I started off with this clap for my drum kit. All right, from the claps, I moved on to the open heads. All right, then from that, I went into this crash. It's at the end of every 4 bars. I use it a lot as a transition. You could also do it with stomps. Then I added another open head. Then from that, I went into the percussion. I started out with the shakers. Then from that, I went into the sizzle. All right, then last but not least, for the percussion side is a snap. All right, then last, you know what I mean? The bass and the 808. So here's what that sounds like. And that just repeats throughout the whole beat. And then the last sound that I use for the drums is a Puda bass. And that's it for the drums mostly. I'm about to play you everything for the drum section. The drums go crazy as you can hear. When it comes to the effects on the drums, it's nothing. But as I said in the first half, I would be EQing the bass and the 808, you know what I mean, to mix them together. But I like that griminess of, you know what I mean, of the mixture. So I just keep it like that. And I mean, as you can see, everything is just on one preset, or the melody is not mixed, you know what I mean, at all then. And that's it when it comes to these beats. As you can hear, it's nothing, you know what I mean, super complicated. There's not a lot of shit going on like in my other beats. But as you can hear, there's nothing super complicated about this beat. The melody is simple, the drums are simple, it's bouncy, it's hard, it's everything that it's supposed to be for Lil Rel and Pegati type beats. They do fuck with samples a lot too, so you could, you know what I mean, you could easily, you know what I mean, just switch out the melody for a sample and just keep the same drums that I showed you. Not the same drums, but you know what I mean. That's it really for the video. Hope you enjoyed, you learned something new. If you do like some of the sounds used in both of the breakdowns, or you know what I mean, just interested in supporting me, the link's gonna be down in the description below for my drum kit or just for the website in general if you want to copy anything else. And see you in another video.